This is the Morning Swim Show for Friday, September 16th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenix Monitor today, we'll talk to Alex Kostich. He just won the La Jolla Gatorman 3-mile swim and celebrated with some fish tacos and Coronas. Well, that last part I made up, but you know what I'm saying. Alex joins us right now in the Phoenix Monitor from his office in Los Angeles. Alex, how's the movie business?
Hey, it's doing pretty good. Lots changed since the last time we talked. It's been a while that I've been on the show. I'm assuming it must be a slow week if you've got me back, but it's nice to be back. And I just finished working on a project called Moneyball with Brad Pitt. It opens on September 23rd, and I think a lot of your viewers will find something to relate to in the film because it deals with sports. And unfortunately, it's not swimming. It has to do with baseball, but it's an underdog story, kind of like The Blind Side meets Social Network. And anyway, that's my plug for the movie business.
You're very good at it. That's actually a movie I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. I love baseball. I know kind of the story behind it. Can't wait to see it on the big screen. And the last time you're the master of product placement. Was it 2012 the poster you had behind last time we had you on the show?
It was 2012 if I remember correctly, which I actually pitched as a great movie for open water swimmers to watch, because as the polar ice caps melted and created disaster around the world, it was a chance for people to kind of see that open water swimmers had an advantage in a situation like that, because they could actually swim and stay afloat while cities around them crumbled and became submerged. So there's not much of a direct link to that and Moneyball, but at the same time, like I said, it's a universal story for everyone, and I think athletes especially are going to really enjoy it.
Well, the way that you're swimming these days, you're going to be leading the pack when the apocalypse comes upon us.
Well, I don't know, but like the cockroaches, I may still be around.
You know, you are swimming great. I mean, you look like you're still in college. You're swimming like you're still in college. You're winning open water races that are nationally known. You just swam the Waikiki Roughwater swim, hung up there with some great swimmers.
Don't stop. Tell me more. It sounds good. Yeah, I live for open water swimming, and the Waikiki Roughwater swim is near and dear to my heart. I've done it for 18 years in a row now, since graduating college just about. And I haven't missed a year, but I really enjoy it, and it's an excuse to get out to Hawaii and meet up with some fast swimmers. And the field has only gotten tougher as I've gotten older, I guess. This year we had a contingent from Australia. About the top 5 finishers actually were Australian and members of the national team. So it was an honor and a privilege to swim against them and try to hang on.
Yeah, Jeff Cummings thinks you could still swim with the best of the Americans in the 10K.
Well, Jeff gives me the benefit of the doubt every single time I talk to him, and I'd like to think I could still be competitive. It's just hard balancing, you know, the work-life scenario here in Hollywood, but I do my best, and I have a distinct advantage of having a pool across the street from my office, so every chance I get, I'm over there in the morning doing laps.
How do you train?
I basically train every morning consistently. I think consistency is key. I think as you get older, there was just a recent article in the LA Times this week, of course bringing up Derek Torres as an example, but it mentioned that as you age, your cardiovascular capacity actually increases and improves. And so I find that as I'm losing my speed and possibly some of my endurance, I'm making up for it or gaining in my ability to keep my heart rate down but operate at a pretty highly competitive level. And I really, the article really struck me because it spoke to me and made me realize that this is probably what I was going through, because there's no real reason I should be keeping up to and staying competitive with some of these kids, but I really feel that 18 or 20 years of experience matched with my consistency in the pool and the cardiovascular base that I have has helped me kind of stay in the game.
So with that theory in mind, what's the perfect distance for you? Because you said endurance is, you know, maybe not what it once was. Speed isn't your forte. We're talking like 5K? I mean, what do you think is perfect for you?
Well, given that my time to train is limited given my day job, I think the kind of base that I've done is probably adequate enough for a 5K, but my comfort zone is really probably in the 10 to 15K. And 3 weeks ago, I just swam a race here in the LA County region. It was a 12-mile ocean swim from Manhattan Beach to Venice Beach, and it was the longest race I had done in a while. It was 12 miles, which equals almost 20K. And I actually found that I got better as the race progressed, and towards the end, I ended up third behind the Grimsey brothers, these two Australians who are, I think, that country's hope for the next open water Olympic team. But towards the end of the race, I started closing the gap that they had opened up on me halfway through. We were all kind of swimming as a pack for the first 6 miles, and then they got ahead of me, and right towards the end, I started kind of closing the gap a little bit. So I feel like had the race gone on to maybe 25K, I might have been able to reel one of them in, or at least gotten closer. But in answer to your question in a roundabout way, I think anywhere from 5K to 10K would be my comfort zone, but I've never really done anything much longer than that, so I'm kind of curious to see where I'd fall if I actually competed in a longer event.
You ever think about doing one of those crazy 100-mile open water swims through jellyfish and your sharks trying to chase you?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I think I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, and definitely a 100-mile swim is probably beyond my capabilities right now, given how much I'm training. But there's no reason why I wouldn't maybe say yes to that later in life or something. People always ask me if I'm going to swim the English Channel, and I say, well, look, I swim because I like it and I enjoy it, and I think the minute I would spend a couple hours in the middle of the night in pitch black and sub 60-degree water, I'd stop enjoying it. So why would I want to swim the English Channel? But maybe with global warming and stuff, things will change, and in a couple of years I'll be ready to swim it in slightly warmer conditions.
Was that another movie plug?
Not at all, but it's a good idea for one. What do you think?
We could work on that together. You know,
okay.
I'll send
Sounds
you
good.
over my my screenplay, and we'll see what we can do.
We hold pitch meetings every Friday, so come on over.
You gonna swim in the Tiburon Mile this weekend?
I really wish I was. Unfortunately, I have another commitment. My company, Sony, recruited me to do the Malibu Nautica Triathlon, so I'm actually going to do the swim portion on a team, and it's for a really good cause, but I committed to that, and it's only an 800-meter swim, so for me it's going to be an all-out sprint, but I'm missing the Tiburon Mile, which is only the first time I've missed it, I think, in 6 or 7 years, so I'm heartbroken about that because it would be sort of a reunion of sorts with all the guys I met up with in Hawaii, but I'll be looking for it on your show and online for sure.
Well, good luck with the race this weekend. Good luck with the movie launch. Can't wait to see it.
Thanks, you guys are great. I tune in all the time, and I'm flattered to be a part of the show, so keep up the good work.
Someday we'll make a movie about behind the scenes at the Swimming World offices.
But I assure you it's more exciting than the behind the scenes in the movie business.
Thanks, Alex. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's Alex Kostich joining us from LA. That is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.